Hello everyone, and keeping in the spirit of the legendary radio DJ Ambrose Harcourt, I'd like to start tonight's show reminding you all that it was only days ago that I had sex with a beautiful woman. Yes, join me everyone for the alternative to the madness that you commonly find on YouTube. I'm your host Matt Taylor, and I'd like to award the first gazillion million points to Danny Oates Jones. Hello Matt, hello Danny. Welcome in, sir. Like you, I enjoy the alternative to the craziness on YouTube, and let me assure you, there's a lot of crazy on YouTube. A big shout out to my dear friend, co-host and producer, none other than Justin, who lives at Broomfield Flats. We've also got a flat number, etc, etc. Answers in a postcard to Danny Jones, Hoax Police. I shouldn't really say any names. That's a bit of a failure on myself as a host. Mustn't name names. So I should have said Fanny Bones, Hoax Police, PO Box Police Informer. So Rick Berry was arrested. Really, Danny? Really, Danny? Really, Danny? Sips Clips Live was interesting earlier. Somebody rang him. Oh yes, we know who that somebody was, don't we? It's all kicking off, don't you think? And so I just want to remind you all that Matt Taylor TV is the alternative to the alternative. Yeah, it's the alternative to the alternative. So if you're like me and you just want to get the hell away from YouTube, you come to the right place. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to peruse. Sorry, yes, I think that's the word, or peruse the internet. Well, look, it's all speculation, isn't it? That's the big question everyone's asking. Or is it all a figment of your imagination? And can we ever get away from the endless gossip? And doesn't this go to prove that we are more of a family than we've ever been before? You know what I mean? So I'd like to share with you my subscription stuff. Let's have a peruse. 50 watching. That's not me, is it? No, that can't be me. No, it's all right. We mustn't grobnob anyone. Look, troll conspiracy. Oh, and also, sorry, I do. So rude of me. So rude of me. I do also want to say hello to the Twitter audience, and also I'm on radio at the moment. Can you believe it? Yes, totally forgot to mention, but this is the inaugural Matt Taylor radio show. So isn't that wonderful? We've started a radio show, and it's available on the secret social media platform, in which on my debut show yesterday I got 700 views. So it's fantastic here. So we have Danny Oak Jones in the chat, who's making some extraordinary claim at 6:30, yes, this morn. Isn't that interesting? Listen, the thing is about the for security measures, the talk show panel is open, and it's open to intelligent, mature adults. And so if you do feel you tick the boxes, if you do feel you tick the box of a mature, intelligent adult, please feel free to email me at theworldaccordingtoMattTaylor@gmail.com, and I will, on request, send you a link in which you can come onto the panel. The choice is yours. But because of I trust you quite understand. So, City Central is going on about some. I'm pretty sure that's not me. Is that cannot be me, can it? No, it looks like me, another little fat chubby guy. Well, I don't wear the headphones, I think. But anyways, Noodles, Night Walk with Dogs, everyone. Night Walk with Dogs. That should be interesting. We've also got Reacted, and he says the invasion of Europe and US is getting worse by the day. And then also we've got Queen Bee. Who else is subscribed to Queen Bee? I've got Live. Taylor Shabusiness, sentenced after being convicted in Shad firearm murder. Open panel later. Wow, that looks really interesting. But something I was watching before I went live tonight was Ron Swanson. Of course, I do apologise. I was texting my mate Justin earlier on, and I said John. I got it wrong. It's Ron. That's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? Don't you think so? It goes something like this. I got it wrong when I said John, when it should have been Ron. That's all that needs to be said. So yeah, there we go. Rick not being able to go live sounds just like this. The thing is, because we live in this kind of toxic environment on YouTube, not like the old days. In the old days, we could just play what we wanted, but now so many people get butt hurt if we play their content without like going through their solicitors and things. You know what I mean? So, who phoned clips? Yes, Danny, who? Answers on a postcode to Fanny Bones, Hoax Police, P.O. Box, Police Informant. Hey, Danny Oak Jones, are you in any way related to the Fanny Bones, the Police Informant? Are you, Danny? Are you? Rick is getting done for having CP in his possession. Can't say it anymore yet. What slander. I shall not be putting that up on the screen. For the record, we should not trust any of the information which you read in YouTube chat rooms. That's something I'd like to stress to everyone for obvious reasons. I shall repeat that. Do not believe anything you read in YouTube chat rooms. They are not reliable sources of information, and you should certainly not trust any information coming from the likes of Danny Oak Jones. Oaks, plural. But we do need to confirm is whether this Danny Oaks Jones, is that really the Fanny Bones? Is it really you, police informant? Hoax Police, Fanny Bones. Can you give some indication? That's French. That's French for indication. If you were wondering what I'm talking about. If you were wondering what the hell is Matt Taylor talking about? Obviously I'm speaking France. That's French. You understand now? But listen, I just want us all to take a moment just to remember the legend That was Ambrose Harcourt. What a gentleman. What a voice. And what an inspiration to us all. And so maybe tomorrow, if you've got nothing else to do, I suggest you go and find something about someone that you would otherwise never have thought about finding out about them. Do you follow my gist? Okay, so Matt, say Rengaded. Don't start making me pronounce difficult words, please. Don't start taking the piss out of my speech impediment. No, come on, Danny Jones. Come on. Don't start taking the piss out of my speech impediment. I'm 52 years old now. It's taken me a whole life to get around my speech impediment. I've got very traumatic childhood memories of people like you saying renegaded. I know that's not it. Renade. Try again, renade. So I've got a good idea who you may be. And so best not call in. What I am willing to do is put out the StreamYard. I'm willing to put out the StreamYard link. Interesting. Good. StreamYard has lost access to my Facebook account. That's good news. And StreamYard has lost access to my YouTube account. And that's good. All I do is just I enter the studio. I unmute and I enter. And I'm backstage. Oh, isn't it nice? I copy the link. Copied the link. And now I have the oh, shut up, Danny, stop it. It's called Matt Speak. My regulars give me leeway for Matt Speak, but I've got the power to hit the button and release the link onto the panel. Oh, so producer, do you suggest I drop the link, producer? Do you suggest I drop the link? I'm sure Kaylee wouldn't be coming on here. So let's go back to the oh yes, Russell Brand investigated by cops. Oh listen, Illusionist Rebel has already reported. It's all coming crashing down. Rick Productions got arrested. Is Noodles next? Russell Brand investigated by cops. And army replaced cops on streets. Ramblings from a madman's mind. And who on earth would have posted such dribble as hashtag BHTV Bailey found? What on earth does that mean? But then again, we have got Is That What You Reckon? AE Net Radio Show. And talking about radio shows, I am actually live on the radio right now, which I think is pretty amazing. So shout out to everyone listening by radio, really. So over to my producer who says about sharing the link. What are we going to do about the link? Obviously, to come on Restream, you have to have an invitation only. But on StreamYard, that's like the waiting area, if you know what I mean. I've got a lot more, what's the word? Control. I've got a lot more control when I use StreamYard as opposed to a Restream. And listen, I'm sure I'm getting technical. Oh, look. And do you know one thing? I don't know what Ambrose Harcourt would have thought about this, but the conversation which Danny Oakes Jones is bringing up in the chat is, even though it's irrelevant in the sense that, of course, all crimes against children is abhorrent, and as a civilized society, we should be taking all steps possible to end all types of crimes against children. Still, it is tiresome hearing the same old subject matter being brought up by that particular group of people. And this reminds me something also of there was a story I commented on yesterday in which 25 children were found in a car in Afghanistan somewhere. Apparently I got a fact checker sent out on that and saying they weren't trafficked children. They were traveling with their teacher, escaping a very dangerous situation. So I think in the spirit of fair balance, I'll put that reminder out. Look, Danny, just a little warning, buddy. Right, this is my time. This is my show. I don't appreciate whoever you are. I think I've got a suggestion who you are, coming on and telling me to say things, right, and taking the piss out of my speech impediment, right? Keep it to yourself, okay? Oh, yeah, okay then. Okay, mate. That's all right. Well, you know when your detractors have got nothing else on you, when all they can do is criticize your speech impediment. I don't mind. I've been taking the piss out all my life. And that's what you do because most of the people who took the piss out of me were the boys who had more money, or pretty much the boys who had a daddy. I was growing up, just like my friend Justin. We didn't have anybody to defend us, or to buy us things, or to stand up for us. Look, Danny, I don't know who you are, but you're very close to being asked to stop from talking. Because if you just want to come here, hello, Blazing Leo. Danny, if you want to come and disrupt, please, because we've got Blazing Leo. We've got Leo in the house, and we really haven't got time to mess about with you when we've got the legend of Blazing Leo in the house. Okay, Danny? So, any more questions? In fact, you have just done a question. I do apologize. They're delightful. They're wonderful. Blazing Leo. You just jumped in. The hottest co-host on YouTube. Hello. Right, we're just going to, I don't know whether my mate Justin, the producer, would you mind awfully getting rid of that foul smell called Danny Oakes Jones, please? It would be kind of you. No. No, I don't think timeout is very much necessary, Justin. I don't think a timeout is I think just don't get rid. Mag to grid. You know what I mean? Yes. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Danny. And hello, Leo. What do you make of the relationship breakdown? And was it something you said that this happens every 6 months? But anyway, this is for you, Leo. I mean, I don't know. I mean, listen. Is that how can we do a 24-hour? Okay, then fair enough. Your rules. So, listen. I mean, there's no pressure, Leo, at all. But if you do feel inclined to come on, just tell us from your perspective, what do you think, is the relationship breakdown between Noodles and Michelle and the reverberations? I have got a speech impediment. I have to warn everyone that, Okay, you can take the piss out of me for that. That's fine. I've got a big dick. So, the question is, what's your take on the Dave and Michelle relationship breakdown? B question, is Dave having a breakdown, and how do you feel about what's happening with Dave, really? Noodles. Yeah. But it isn't really nice to gossip about someone that isn't here, isn't it right, Blaze and Leo? Isn't it right, Leo? So it's not nice to talk about someone who isn't here. And I think if we are going to let's all talk about Dave and Michelle, wouldn't it be nice to have them here? Hello, Leo. Good to hear from you. I'm fine, thank you. And how have you been? Is it emotionally draining? All this?
Huh?
Is it emotionally draining?
With what, Dave and Michelle?
Yeah, and YouTube in general.
I don't get on YouTube a lot anymore unless I'm going to Dave's. No, I just personal stuff, I guess.
Okay, yeah, and of course, because you're I don't know, but you're a mother, aren't you? You got a
yeah,
good. And may I just be?
Oh yeah, she's easy though.
And how old is she?
She's 10.
She's 10. I'm cool. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, because my kids are 18 and 13.
Oh.
Yeah, and my son's got his first zit, which is good news. And you know what a zit is, don't you, Leo?
A zit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good then.
Is your son 18 or 13?
No, he's 13.
Oh, he's a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, if he was 18 and got his first zit, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So, look, is that you, Jack? Are you in the background?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was just typing congratulations for his first zit. I thought that was tremendous news.
Yeah, I'm well chuffed as well.
You must be so proud, yeah. Has he kept it in a jar for you?
No, what the good thing is, he's not picking it, which is good news.
Yeah.
Hello,
Leo.
All my zits.
Hey, Conrad.
Yeah.
So your question was about Michelle and Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's jump into it. I mean, because I've been away all weekend, and was there something did you mention this happens every 6 months? And I would like to hear from you what you make.
Yeah, it's like, well, Michelle is I don't know if Dave was ever going to get a girl in his life, because Michelle will always come first, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, damn right. Leo, he gets 2 for the price of 1 with Michelle, doesn't he? With Lumi.
Yeah. He sees so much potential in her, and he hasn't seen. I don't know why he won't let that go, because honestly, I do not see what he sees.
Yeah.
Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been brutally honest. Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Michelle's great.
She needs motivating all the time, doesn't she?
Yeah, well, she needs a handler, and unfortunately, like when Dave handles her, he creates a show with her, but if anybody else is up there, she's boring as hell. Like, there's so many people that want to do different things with her, and she's just all about like techie stuff. Like, that's why, like, when I would go up there, I'd be like, okay, Michelle, what do you think of this? And Michelle, what do you think of that? And then she'd always go back to like computer stuff, and it's like, nobody wants to hear about this stuff, Michelle.
Well, yeah, to be fair, she does. She'll always have like a niche audience, won't she? But Dave was trying to get her into the bigger, more wider mainstream audience, wasn't he? He was trying to promote her.
Well, what she comes to him with, right? She'll say, Dave, I want to grow my channel. I want more viewers. I want more donations. So he implements this
let's stop
plan.
there. Let's stop there, Leo. Let's stop there. Donations. Now that's the key word, because Matt knows this. Lolly came in with the lolly, didn't she?
Yeah.
The big
she
lolly.
Always does that. She always does that, and she knows that money talks, and and that's what Michelle sold me out for 99 cents. So I mean, it doesn't take much.
Well, do you know what's funny? She was on John Camillo's live stream. I don't know if Matt knows about John Camillo.
Not really, no.
That's Dave's alter ego from the past, isn't it? Because he's with that lolly, isn't he? Yeah. So I went on the live and I teased Lolly and I said, "Oh, you said you would buy Michelle a computer," because on the live stream Michelle kind of put her into a difficult position, didn't she? And said, "Oh well, Dave couldn't afford the computer, but can you buy it for me?" And Lolly sort of know that.
She asked.
She asked. Fair play to Michelle. She said, "Look, Dave won't buy it for me. Will you?" And Lolly sort of thought, "Oh fuck, well I'll think about it." So then I went straight on Camillo's live and said, "Oh, everybody heard you say you're going to buy her a computer." And do you know what she did? She's gone and bought her it.
Wonderful.
She bought her a computer?
I think she's done it in installments or something. I didn't get, from what I can gather, because I embarrassed her, she's gone and done it. That's the take I took from it. Because Michelle was basically saying, look, if you basically want to replace Dave, you've got to come up with the money.
Right, okay.
That's the way it sounded.
That sounds about right. That sounds like Michelle.
Yeah, it does. And that, unfortunately, that's the way it came across. And, I think if Lottie's going to come on there and make out that, she's her new best friend, then she's got to deliver, because, she's never going to find someone like Dave who's prepared to do all that work. If she just wants the money, then she's got to come up with it. But did you notice that Lolly wasn't there today?
No, I don't watch Michelle. I've seen the show, and it's the same old with me, from what I understand. And, I lived it for over a year, so I don't need to watch it.
That's the same, aren't you, Matt? You've got sponsors.
Yep, absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
Everyone needs a sponsor. Yeah. We can't knock it, can we, Leo? We can't knock it.
No.
They're not cheap to run these channels.
So
no, I mean, Michelle got a computer out of it. Good for her,
So we'll see. What 6 month pattern we see with Noodles and Michelle? And do you think they'll put this behind them? And okay, the question is, will Noodles ever leave Michelle? Because deep down in your heart, are you saying, Noodles, dump Michelle and spend the rest of your life with me and let's make YouTube history?
No, not necessarily with me. I honestly believe that Dave could make his own show. I think he's scared, though. I think he's scared that if he tries and he fails, that, I mean, this is just me thinking out loud, but he's very talented. He's an artist. He's a musician. He's funny. He's personable. I think he could do his own thing and incorporate people like Michelle into his show. But for some reason, it's almost like he wants Michelle to be the main focus. And I don't think it should be that way. I think he should be the main focus and Michelle should just kind of be like an add-on, along with Rick and me and, different personalities that come on. Yeah, that's my idea.
I'd see that as well, yeah.
Yeah.
How did you find out about Dave?
I was actually at Michelle's channel, and he started coming over, and he would jump on panel, and he would make me laugh. He would just do silly things behind the scenes, and the stuff that he would say to Michelle, and everybody over there from the time I met him, like I knew about him before, but I really got to know him at Michelle's. They would say, "Oh, he's a bad guy. Get rid of this guy. Get rid of him." And
You
so
like bad boys, Leo. You like bad boys, don't you?
it was no, but that's the thing. He wasn't a bad boy. He was a funny boy. I like funny boys. And
Funny boy.
yeah, so he would stream, and I would go check him out, and I knew right away what type of person he was. He told everybody, "Hey, this is a character. I'm playing a narcissistic." I forget all the all the descriptive words he used towards the type of character he was playing when he played Noodles 1980. But people on YouTube take everything so literal, you know, and they were like, "Oh, he's a bad guy. He's, you know, this and that." And then the whole botter ordeal happened. And that, you know, and I always go for the underdog. And when I left Michelle's and he was so kind and gracious to take me in, you know, I did my own research, and I found that he's a decent guy. He's a nice guy. And he was, you know, people were treating him like I've been treated for the last 8 years on YouTube. So I think that's where we clicked.
You've never been like a real panelist before then?
Well, I mean, I was on Michelle's constantly. You know, it was 24 hours a day with Michelle. It was on her panel twice a day, and then she was calling me 2 to 3 times a day.
So were you enduring her back then, or did you still find her boring, and even back then, or were you into it more?
I was into it a little bit more. I didn't start drifting away until she sold me out, and then I was like,
you felt betrayed after that then.
Yeah.
So what happened there, Leo? What happened with the selling out for people that don't know about that?
Well, I was dating Schmeckle Cat. Like in real life, I was dating him, and
this is a guy from the show, yeah.
Yeah. Paul, the guy Paul up there.
We YouTube romance.
Yeah. But he lives in my state, so you know we started dating. I would go to his house and stuff, and we broke up. And I was like, okay, whatever, you know, he's not really for me anyway. Well, he wanted me back, and I said, no, see ya, you know. Like, I know who you are. I don't want anything to do. But I wasn't mean to him. But then he had doxed me out to the people that were harassing Michelle. And they started attacking me. And that's when my bank account got messed with. And I went to Michelle, and I showed Michelle. I'm like, Michelle, this is what's happening. You know, like, this is fucked up. Like, who do you think's doing it? And she told me it was Hobo the Clown and Paul.
Wow.
But yet she still backed them. So then I thought, well, maybe she's just afraid of them. And I said to her,
the guy you were dating that you met on YouTube was stealing money from your bank account.
I don't know what happened. I don't know if he did it or Yam Ranch did it, but what he did.
That makes me look good, doesn't it? That makes me look good, Matt.
Well,
even I wouldn't do that.
Dave is a lovely guy, and you know, you saw that straight away. Funny enough, Justin is a lovely guy as well, and he shares the same qualities as Dave. And it's funny that no one else can see it, but then again, no one else has actually met him. But
well, I've talked to Combat offline for a couple hours, and I think he's a great guy too.
Yeah.
You know what, Leo? I think what it is everybody wants to believe what they're told, and I don't know what it is. People just don't want to make up their own minds. Why do you think that is?
It's a mass hysteria on here. My experience with these people is a lot of these people, and I'm speaking from experience, you know, they're broken, depressed, are bored. They want to fit in with the in crowd, you know, and when 90% of YouTube is saying this person's bad, not because of personal experiences or anything, just because, you know, they're sheep, you know, they want to be in the in crowd, you know, that's why we get bad reputations. I got a bad reputation over a lie, and it's been chasing me around forever. And then people just add on to it. You know, that's why Seasons didn't like me, because I have a reputation of like stealing boyfriends, and it never happened, you know, but, even when I offered up the proof to say it wasn't me, like, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Is Matt's girlfriend safe then with you coming on this panel?
Every man is safe. Every man who has a wife, a girlfriend, a significant other, or even single is safe with me. I'm not one to do that. You know, if a man flirts with me, I'll flirt back, but that doesn't mean I want them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in reality here. This is online. You want to come take me on a date? That's a different story.
Isn't it true, Matt? Everything we've heard about Leo is true. What an amazing panelist he is.
Yeah. So do you believe?
So feisty.
Do you believe in platonic relationships, Leo?
Yeah,
I
for
certainly
sure.
do as well.
Yeah, I was married for 20. Well, not married for the whole, but I was with the same man for 20 years.
Wow.
I was
surely it's easily done.
Yeah, so I mean, like, his guy friends were my guy friends.
Yeah.
I had brothers growing up. They had guy friends that I'm sure some of them liked me, but I had men relationships all my life because it was easier for me to, like, Dave says a man only wants to do one thing with a woman if they're nice to you. So that kind of makes me think, like, does Dave only want to sleep with me?
Oh gosh, yeah.
But
most
to
men only
me,
want
I
to
think
sleep with women, though, don't they? That's why
yeah,
we put up with
but for
all.
me it's different. It has nothing to do with sex. It's just I like having conversations with people, and men seem to, I guess, put up with me more. Women can't stand me for some reason.
I mean, I was only catching glimpses of YouTube over the weekend, and one of the glimpses I saw was poor Noodles crying in his car with his dogs licking his face. Um, I mean, how did
Wow.
you react to this like show of weakness? And I know it was tinged with humor as well. He was making an artistic point, but how do you feel when
Weakness?
poor Noodles shows his vulnerability like that? Because he has gone through so much and endured so much, hasn't he?
Hold on a minute,
Well,
Matt. You've cried on live stream a few
Yeah, but I'm
times.
asking how Leo is reacting to see someone, her friend, like that. Someone who, you know,
Go on, Leah.
she's
I've kind of taken
sincerely
this
with.
stance of I've told him on and offline that to be involved with any of these people on here, it's going to break your heart every time because these people are damaged. And I think he knows it, but he's just not willing to give up. So when I see him like vulnerable, like you say, I'm kind of like, like a little standoffish, like, I told you so, don't, because
So
whenever I
wait,
broke down on here, nobody coddled me, like nobody came to me and like, oh, poor Leo. It was all, oh, Leo deserves it because she's such a bitch. I'm not the same way, but I'm kind of harder on my friends when I see them. Like, I told you that this is going to happen. So
was Dave crying over Michelle then? I missed that.
what was he crying about?
What was he
No,
crying over, man?
pretending.
No, I thought he was just
I mean, he
crying
was
at the general
pretending.
abuse he got from YouTube, or not? Don't you think? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, he's walking his dogs at the moment.
Yeah. But then he must know, Covid, right? He must know. He's not stupid.
To Rick?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Rick's special needs. I'm not trying to be unkind, but he's a vulnerable adult, isn't he? Isn't he, Matt? You know?
Well,
yeah.
Well,
but you don't
really
a simple.
I just yeah, but we've shown him proof. I've shown him proof. I'm like, look, these people who are coming and calling you a whatever, like a nonce or whatever, you know, we're deleting them, and your mods are unhiding them, Rick. Like, how do you not, like, he's not that simple.
So really? You don't, yeah? That's fascinating. So you think, right, that he's capable of discerning. See, I'm split between it. I think that he's so desperate for the attention that he then, although having said that, he has got rid of all his videos. But the reason he's got rid of, maybe he got rid of them because he knew he was going to get arrested. How about that?
Maybe, but arrested for what though? I heard you saying
exactly.
that, Daves, but he
somebody
wasn't
in the chat is
contacted him, and he responded he was okay, so he's not in jail.
But this is it. So the claim is he was arrested early this morning, so he could have been arrested and then got out. He might have been questioned. That's the only thing we're not sure about.
No, that's a possibility. Well, yeah, you guys would be able.
And even Silly Central, they're asking the question: has Rick been arrested? We've had no. I mean, there's been rumors about me as well, and most rumors turn out to be not true.
For Collins, we call her Samantha Collins.
Samantha Collins. Samantha
because apparently
Collins.
That's not her name. Apparently that's not her name. So
then who did she? Then she did dox somebody out in Michelle's Discord. So either that's her dox or she's doxing people.
Do you know what I mean? It's all mind games, isn't it, Leah?
Definitely. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And of
course,
what
it's about.
You've been a victim of it or yourself, haven't you? Poor you. And so.
Yeah. By people, you
would it be fair to describe you as a veteran of all this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but I was telling Dave this the other day. Out of everything that's happened to me on here, the worst person that I think is the most evil of evil was Schmecklecat. Because Schmecklecat, I spent money on that guy, bought him gifts, cooked for him, cleaned for him, visited him in real life. Never.
So this is just to tell Matt. This is the character Matt called Paul, who's a regular on Michelle's channel. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And then for the fact what he did to me, I think he's the most evil of evil, and he really deserves his ass beat.
Wow, you certainly.
So that's not Leo. You. Yeah, but Leo is because I've had that myself with somebody on YouTube. Is that you just being hurt Is that the
No,
anger that you feel?
because wouldn't you think like somebody that you were in real life, like you knew personally, right? They know you have a child, that you wouldn't put them in jeopardy like that when they didn't do anything to you. Like I never did anything to this guy except for say, no, I don't want to get back together with you. He gave my information to people that took money out of my bank account and, continuously doxed my address.
Well, it just
So
crossed
what's
lines of
that?
Knowing that
criminality,
I have
didn't
a
it?
minor child,
Yeah, it's been very scary for you.
Yeah, well, but these people online, I don't know them personally. Like I've never introduced anybody to my child or anything like that. So for someone who actually knows the truth to do something like that, that
Yeah.
guy has issues,
Well,
right?
absolutely. I mean, it's betrayal of your trust. It's a
Yeah.
complete and utter creepy
But
criminal.
was that the bitterness of the rejection, though, Leo? I'm not justifying it, but was he feeling so rejected by you because he couldn't have you that he just
That's the
lashed
only
out?
but you know what's so weird about that whole situation, Convid? Like he ended it with me, right? Because we
Oh,
were at a certain point of our relationship. I'm like, dude, you got to know by now. Do you want me in your life? Are we going to make a go of this or what? And he was like,
oh,
maybe.
commitment.
Yeah. And then he was like, nah, maybe we shouldn't, and I was like, all right. So I was kind of hurt, right? A couple days. But then I thought about it. Like, I really don't want this guy in my life. It would be somebody I would have to take care of because he's almost blind, right? He can't
Wow,
drive. His house is falling apart. He's a drug addict. He smokes weed from morning till night. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like, he's
wow.
okay as a friend, but I really don't want him in my life. But I didn't say that stuff to him. I'm just like, no, I'm good. I don't really
I'm
want
not
Got a
trying
to.
to be
10-year-old
funny.
around.
I'm not trying to be unkind. But what was the attraction then?
He made me laugh.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He made me laugh, and we had like we would spend hours after Michelle's show. We would spend hours on the Google Meet just talking, like, and we had a lot of similarities, and you know, um, I was single, he was single, we lived in the same state. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll come visit you.
So it's true, Leo, that a woman, if you hear this a lot, don't you? That a quality that a woman looks for in a man is if he can make her laugh, the personality.
For me, yes. For me, yeah.
Wow.
My dad was a jokester. My mom was the same way. She was like, he made me laugh,
Well, this
This
is
is
what
why.
I'm
This is
touching
why
upon. This is what I'm touching
Matt
upon
has a
about
high ring.
Dave's vulnerability, because isn't also
Oh,
a confidence a turn on for women, and
Oh yeah,
but we know
yeah.
you are like really love noodles, for example, and but even when he was being vulnerable, was that still a turn on, or were you thinking, oh, I don't want a weak?
he's going back there. You're going back there, aren't
I
you,
know,
Matt? You're
yeah,
going back there.
yeah.
He's really digging. He's
Honest to
digging.
God, if Noodles and I lived closer together, I would go on a date with him. I would love to go on a date with him
Wow.
because,
Hold on a minute.
but I mean,
Whoa.
but there's like no way, right? Like he makes me laugh. We have a good time together. We're grown adults. We're both in our 40s. Why wouldn't we try it, right? Why wouldn't we try going
Matt,
on a
you've
date
got
and
to
see how
get
things
Dave
go?
over here right now. You've got to get him on the panel.
Dave is
Yeah,
currently
This
but that's
walking his dog at
that's
the
the
moment.
thing though. But we don't live close, so we both really
this
understand.
is
Hey, listen, yeah. Now, what it was, well, I felt as if I saw a vulnerable side of him. And but look, your comment made me laugh the loudest over the weekend, is when he said he deserves a lovely meal, feet rubbed, and the best BJ ever. And I thought that's the kind of woman you want in your life. I saluted you. I thought,
Oh,
Listen, man, when I first came across you two, I thought you were an item, you two, because you had that chemistry.
yeah, we do have good chemistry.
Definitely.
But like I said, he lives in New Jersey. I live in Michigan. That's quite a haul.
No, Leo, I'm sorry, it's too late. You've now said on air, and don't forget, Streamer News will clip this. Yeah?
Yeah.
You know Streamer News? That's the only reliable news source on YouTube, yeah?
Streamer
No,
News.
he's got to. He's a journalist.
This is no business for
He's a
anyone else.
journalist.
This is personal.
He's a journalist.
Friends.
He's a journalist. He's going to clip this, and he's going to put out a video saying that Leo wants to go out on a date with Dave. It's going to be breaking news. Love it.
It's just a shame he's so far away, isn't it? But what I found about life is things change, circumstances change.
Yeah.
The big question then will be and I feel terrible about speaking about poor Noodles, about him being here. But
we got to get him in, man.
Is Noodles ready for the relationship, settling down?
I think he is.
Long term. Look, he's busy walking the dog. What am I supposed to do? Call into him?
Leo, do you remember all the people that used to say that you were his favourite? I really think that there's something in.
Yeah. But is that the same for sons and mothers? Or not? I remember growing up, I did not want to end up anyone like my mother. Thank you very much. Yeah. But mind you, I always found the librarian, the glasses look, and taking their bun off and shaking their hair out and taking their glasses off. But anyway, I won't start talking about my ideal. Oh no, crikey. I do look, I like the librarian look. That's why I spent all my teenagehoods up at the local library.
Okay.
Oh, you like the smart smart
glasses, the black hair up in the bun, shake the hair off, take the glasses off. But anyway, like I said, let's not carry on that subject.
Yeah, let's get back talking about Leo and Dave. Yeah, that's what we want to hear.
And it's not about the looks; it's about making you laugh. It's all about the confidence, isn't it?
But Leo, do you find Dave attractive? He's not listening.
No, I do. I think he's a good-looking guy. I tell him that all the time.
He is.
This is nothing I haven't said before, but the difference between me and other women, though, is like I can appreciate that he's a good-looking guy, that he's funny, he's smart. I think he's smart too. He's got a good job, or halfway decent job. He's got a good head on his shoulders. The only issue is that I realized that, like, for one, he was with Seasons, so immediately I knew he was off limits. Right? Seasons was a friend of mine. I would never ever try to strike up any type of relationship with somebody who I knew.
Leo, they gave it enough shots. You don't have to worry about that. They gave it so many chances.
Yeah, I know.
So,
yeah, but I still think he holds a torch for her. No,
he doesn't. He knows that she's hard work.
And has he ever told you that you are beautiful and that he has feelings?
Right.
You know what's funny is he has a hard time saying it, I think, because I think he knows, we've kind of skirt the issue because, we don't want, they run with it. So whatever he or I say, they're going to run with.
you going to let Samantha Collins and Mr. Onions be the only YouTube rants? Come on. You can't let them just have the spotlight.
So wait, Mo Onions, that's Silly Central?
Nah, he calls himself Charlie Onions, but he's just messing about. Apparently, Samantha Collins is messing about, calling herself that. So it's no big deal, is it?
Yeah. So
because if they can do it, you know what I mean. You and Dave have got way more chemistry than they've got.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you guys weren't watching his show yesterday, were you? Where he picked his nose? Ugh.
Oh gosh.
Well, come on. Men do worse than that, don't they?
Yes, but he was playing with it online.
Oh, God, that's terrible. You wouldn't put that.
You know what? I think
that in the bedroom, would you, eh?
No.
You know what it is, Matt? You know what it is, Matt? Is Dave is so used to sharing his life on YouTube. I don't actually think he even remembers the cameras rolling anymore, does he?
No, he knew because he was trying to gross me out.
Hey, Leo, what's this about? He was like desperate for money for gas. He suddenly gets $20 given to him, right? So he's driving down the road, literally running out of gas, isn't he? He just rolls into the forecourt, yeah? This is what he's telling her.
Mm-hmm.
But suddenly $20 appears, suddenly a donation, so he's saved. Then he rolls into Taco Bell and pays $12 for a... Where did that come from?
He said
we never got to the bottom.
He got a $50.
Oh, 50.
And from Michelle, I heard.
Yeah, he
50?
said it was from Michelle.
Yeah. Oh, do you reckon
I'm sure he said 20. He said 20. I'm sure he did.
Hey, listen, how do we feel about wrapping up at an hour and we're all going over to see Noodles? Because he's walking his dog at the moment.
He's walking his dog.
I think I know what you're saying there, Matt. I think I get what you're saying there.
I just feel as if I feel terrible keeping Leo away from Noodles.
I hear you. I hear you. That's what we're talking about, Leo.
And I can't believe.
And also,
time I thought I could be Noodles' co-host, when I was so rude of me when I realised he's already got the most amazing co-host any man could ever wish for. But
wow!
You've got the thing is, Leo, you've got Noodles and I've got Jack, and so I'm a happy man.
Well, Leo, let me tell you something. Co-host with Matt, they come and go. I know that I won't be around. You know, he throws us around. He moves on to the next one. There's no loyalty with Matt.
My last co-host reported me to Sussex Police. And
I didn't want to go there.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what I was hinting at.
Is Jack going to be turning on me? Let's just.
Oh yeah. No. Well, apparently, Leo. Apparently, right. I've been. It's already common knowledge that I'm only here to destroy Matt. I'm his handler, apparently.
Oh, that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, Leo, I've met the guy, and he's actually been in my home for a week or two. And he is the most loveliest guy. His heart is so pure and generous. I don't know what a bit fucking.
Well, I've got
really.
I know I've got. Listen, there's common knowledge that I've got, bad traits in me. I'm not denying it. I'm not hiding it. In fact, for all those haters out there, bring it on. I keep reminding everybody what I've been doing, what I've done. But hey, look, I love it. I love being exposed. And this is the thing.
In your life, or shouldn't I ask that?
Listen, I love being exposed. I love being shown up because I come on panels to bring out the best in myself. And when I meet lovely people like Leo, how can it not bring out the best in you?
Yeah, go ahead. Hold on. Someone wants to say hi to you guys. Oh my gosh. Say hi normal.
That's Leo's daughter.
Do you have your what's that joke you say about what is it? Why don't you say the T in British? Say that. Do that joke. That's funny. Do it. Tell it.
This is a good joke, Matt. Get ready for this.
Why don't
she knows it's funny.
British?
Did you hear?
No.
Go on, say it.
Why don't British people say the T?
Why don't British
Because they drink all of it.
Because you drank it all. She's being shy. She says, why don't British people say the word or the letter T? Because you drink it all.
There you go. And it's true.
And so why don't the Americans do that?
Hold on. Look, can you bring your daughter back on? Can she tell us
Why
what the
don't
Boston Tea Party was?
Why don't Americans drink tea? Or
Do you know what the Boston
what
Tea
was
Party
the
was?
they
Boston
throw
Tea
it all into
Party?
the Boston Harbor?
You do?
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
She says she knows what it. Okay, so this is crazy. She knows what the Boston Tea Party is, but she didn't know who Christopher Columbus
Shut
was.
now can she tell us what the Boston Tea Party is? Because I don't think a lot of us know about that.
It is when the British
The British
were killed.
were killed,
Yeah, totally.
and
Wow.
no, wasn't that where they dumped the tea for
Yeah,
the tax?
dump the
Yeah,
tea.
some no tax. They were
Yeah.
British.
And some people got killed as well, no doubt. All pretty
Yeah.
dangerous back
Hold
then. weren't
on. Hold on. I heard her accent just then. I heard her doing an English accent just then.
Who? My daughter?
I picked up on that. British.
Yeah. She does. Her and her friends.
We heard that. She slipped that in.
they? Listen,
Mhm.
let's wrap it up and say goodbye.
Okay.
And
I just want to say, Matt, we've got a new star of the show here. We've discovered a new talent.
don't you dare. Do you know what trouble we're going to get into? Say,
Exactly.
Sorry, Matt.
Exactly. Leo, what have you done? There's
Oh my God.
listen,
I know people are
you
horrible.
streaming news. I'm not even joking. You streaming news will now clip that.
Oh my gosh, yeah, probably.
They just don't get it, do they? They don't get it. People having
No.
fun, people just being, you know,
But
give up on them.
yeah, very funny joke, and thanks for sharing it with us, because we do love an American joke and a nice cup of tea.
I will tell him.
What I loved about it, she was giggling so much before she said it, and that's
Yeah.
infectious.
She has anxiety issues.
No, don't we all?
No, listen, Leo,
Don't we all?
you should be very proud of your daughter.
Yeah.
She's fantastic.
She's great. I love her. Very proud of her.
Well done.
I'm a bit cheeky to ask, what does she make of noodles? Has she shared her opinion?
Oh,
She likes him. I mean, she hasn't had really any conversations with him or anything, but when he's called, she'll be like, "Hi, Noodles,"
Cool.
wow.
or when he used to call.
Matt,
we don't
And
have
how
What
did
have you
she react
done
to
tonight?
Paul? How did she react to Paul?
She was.
Terrible
See,
question.
I don't really get her involved too much with them. She had no issues with Paul either,
Cool.
you know. But obviously, you know, I don't bring that other stuff to her, so she knows. She just knows that I don't like the guy anymore. So of course she doesn't like him either.
Yeah, good, yeah.
Did you know this was going to happen, Leo? That you were going to come on here and Matt was really going to highlight how you and Dave are just made for each other. It sounds great. I can't see the problems here.
Like, honest to God, okay, here's my final thought on everything. If we lived closer together, I agree. I think that we would make a great match, because what
Wow.
he's looking for and what I'm looking for, like, just goes together. But until you're like in the physical with each other, you never know.
Cool.
You know what I mean? Like, I was just dating this one guy, and I just told him, like, hit the bricks, because I don't know what it is. Like, these losers.
Matt, I think you've done a great thing tonight. I really do. I think this is beautiful. I think something's happened tonight. I'm not even joking. I think
Well, look,
something
you
could
made it
happen here.
You made it happen. And I just love, Leo, that you felt comfortable enough to share this with us. And thanks ever so much.
Yeah,
Because it is beautiful, like Jack was saying.
it is.
It's just love, isn't it?
And Matt
Oozing love.
has a reputation for this, Leo. I better say this. Matt has a reputation for bringing people together.
Does he?
Yeah.
I
more
love
than a
Matt.
couple
I
of
love
couples.
I love your streams and everything.
Well,
So,
just remember,
I'm glad we
Noodles
met.
love you. Noodles loves you.
Wow.
We can also
Now I think now Leo's going to find it a bit awkward going on Dave's live stream now.
because love is natural, and love brings us all together.
He's
And
right.
I just want to remind you, I made love. I think it was yesterday or the day before, and it was amazing. And I recommend
He doesn't, Leo. She's imaginary. She's imaginary, Leo.
it was still lovely.
Right.
Can I
Well,
just
that's all that
say,
matters.
just before you wrap up the show, can I just say though, all this like threatening and hatred that's been going on recently, isn't it lovely that we just had a nice, relaxing time? Lots of laughter, lots of cheeky jokes from Leo's daughter. It's been a lovely time, you know. This is how it should be.
That's how
Yeah.
And of course,
Definitely.
a big thank you for Leo for coming on. It just shows us what a brave lady you are and so generous with your time. Keeping you away from your darling noodles. I know what a struggle it is for you.
But can you promise to come back, Leo?
Of course. Yeah, if I ever see you guys live, I try to stop over.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you ever so much.
Fantastic.
Because I always want to make this has been the alternative to the rubbish out there on YouTube. We're the alternative to the alternative, if you know what I mean. And I love the fact that we're crossing the Atlantic and talking to you from Michigan.
Amazing.
Michigan.
Yeah, I love it.
It's just I love that we're utilizing all the technology at our disposal.
You sound clearer than me, Leo.
Yeah. Oh, look, thanks ever so much. Do you want to say goodbye to my audience, Leo? And thanks ever so much for coming on.
Goodbye to MattTaylorTV audience.
Super. We're also happy that you came on. Any words from you?
Bye, Leo. I just want to say what a great time. It's just like Leo said, it doesn't all have to be hatred and anger and threats. We can just be relaxed and have fun.
Yeah.
Well, look, I just love the chat, and I've kept you away from noodles for too long. So,
all right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
God bless. Thank you so much. And you, Jack. Oh, isn't that lovely? Oh, Jack's gone as well. So we're going to wrap it up, everyone. Thanks ever so much for watching. Wasn't that lovely? Wrapping up now, everyone. I'm going to go over and say hi. Thanks, Jack. And thank you, Leo. It was wonderful. Thank you all for watching.